Connecticut's #1 local news. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, February 11th, and we are in an early warning weather alert. I'm Nicole Nalepa. But before we get to today's top headlines, let's head right over to the Weather Center where meteorologist Scot Haney is tracking the remainder of the snow that hit the southern part of the state this morning. Really coated up those roads, Scott.
It certainly did, Nicole. It's 7 o'clock straight up. Hi, everybody. Good morning. We did go into alert mode this morning because of this winter weather advisory that is still in effect for Fairfield County and for southern New Haven County. The roads are slick out there. As a matter of fact, I think we have our early warning weather tracker making its way, combing through the state. As we take a look at Cromwell, we might be seeing some of that the early warning weather tracker. Do we have the tracker? If not, we'll just move on. No? Okay, not getting any answers. All right, slick roads out there. We are dealing with some slow conditions. Just be careful driving around, all right? Because we do have some compromised conditions. Our Channel 3 early warning radar scans the state, for the most part, dry. There is a little bit of snow shower activity up to the north and west. Not a big deal, but you might see some flakes flying around in Canaan, Norfolk, and Colebrook. We had some very light, refined snow that fell overnight. It wasn't a whopper, but it was enough to get those roads coated up. As you can see here, sun is up, 22 degrees right now in Hartford. You can see the sun trying to make its way through the overcast conditions, and it will continue to do so as visibility improves dramatically. When we went on the air this morning, Bridgeport, you guys were down to 1 3/4 of a mile of visibility. Now you can see you're at 10, so that's some good news. Our temperature trend will be in the mid to upper 20s through the low 30s, with partly to mostly sunny skies by later on this afternoon. I do think we're going to see mostly sunny skies, and then tonight will be completely clear, and the temperatures are going to drop into the single digits and low teens out there, so it's going to be a pretty cold night. Take a look at the numbers right now. Not too bad. 20 typical overnight low. We're at 20 at Bradley, 22 at Brainerd, 22 in Meriden, 23 in New Haven. But the numbers are not, they'll go an additional 10 degrees up into the upper 20s and low 30s out there. The winds are fairly calm, so not a lot of wind chill this morning, which is good news. Here are your headlines. Snow this morning, it's pretty much come to an end. We are expecting partial clearing, and then the cold weather, it sticks around. Thursday, today, temperatures in the upper 20s, low 30s. Tomorrow, Friday, temperatures only in the mid to upper 20s, and then Saturday, more of the same. There's the snow. You're looking at it over the past 12 hours. A little bit of snow shower activity to the north of Connecticut. I'm keeping an eye on that for you. But for the most part, the storm system that brought us the snow is to the south and east of Connecticut. And according to early warning futurecast tomorrow's weather today, we see a gradual clearing trend, which is good news. Futurecast tomorrow's weather today, 7 o'clock. This is Saturday, all right? So today, for the rest of today, we start to see gradual clearing. Tomorrow looks good. Saturday looks good. But Saturday, there will be an increase in cloud coverage, and our next storm rolls in Saturday night through early Sunday morning. This is 4:30 Sunday morning. You'll take a look at some snow in parts of northern Connecticut, maybe a mix along the shoreline. It's not a blockbuster storm, but we could get 2, 3, maybe 4 inches of snow out of this system. By Sunday late morning into the early afternoon, we start to see some gradual clearing. Then Monday looks pretty good, and then Tuesday we have to start worrying about another storm system that could bring us mixed precipitation and icy conditions. So we'll keep an eye on that for you. In the meantime, morning clouds and a little bit of light snow giving way to partial clearing. Temperatures today, once again, in the upper 20s, low 30s. Overnight lows tonight. Look at this, becoming clear. It's going to be a cold night tonight. Yikes. Temperatures in the single digits, low tweens out there. And then your 7-day forecast includes that storm chance Saturday night into Sunday. Gradual clearing Sunday late afternoon. Monday looks good. Tuesday, another storm system makes its arrival into Connecticut. That could be mixed precipitation and quite a bit of a mess. And then Wednesday, moderation with a high of 42 and breezy conditions. All right, just about 7:04. Nicole, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks, Scott. Now this morning, police are still searching for answers after a Yale graduate student was murdered over the weekend. But there are some new developments to share with you. Now police are searching for this person of interest seen on your screen who was last seen in North Haven. 29-year-old Ching Xuan Pan, an MIT graduate, is wanted for questioning in the killing of Yale grad student Kevin Zhang. Now, Pan has been studying electrical engineering since 2014, but they also tell Eyewitness News that Zhang's fiance graduated from the biological engineering school last year.
We're not prepared to tell you what our information is regarding their involvement, or whether or not there is a connection between that and this investigation. What we can tell you is that we are exploring that.
Police aren't saying if their paths ever crossed. Governor Ned Lamont is looking ahead and wants to close the state's budget gap. His proposed bill addresses health care and ways to bring in more revenue. So here are some of the key takeaways of his proposal. The governor wants more affordable health care for people across the state, the legalization to possess less than 1.5 ounces of marijuana, legalizing sports betting, and prioritizing pandemic recovery as some families are still struggling from this pandemic. But not everyone is on board with the governor's plan to legalize marijuana.
How does a police officer tell when they pull somebody over on the road that somebody's under the influence of marijuana?
If passed, parts of the bill would go into effect in July of this year. Moving on now to the coronavirus in Connecticut. COVID-19's positivity rate continues to decline. Right now, it's just hovering above 3%. We also know that 28 more people have died, while 56 fewer people are in the hospital this morning compared to Wednesday. And a GoFundMe page has been created for a 22-year-old University of New Haven student who recently died from COVID-19. Joshua Goodart did not return to campus this semester after he got sick. His death shows how the virus can have a serious impact, regardless of what age you are. So far, the GoFundMe page has raised over $26,000 in support of Goodart's family. And we are tracking the vaccine here in Connecticut. For those of you who are 65 or older, the wait for your COVID-19 vaccine is officially over. So starting today, you can now receive your shot as long as you schedule an appointment. And the state expanded the vaccine rollout to those 65 and older on Monday. Before today, you could only be administered a vaccine if there was a surplus. Now, no surplus is needed for you to be vaccinated. For more information on how to schedule an appointment, head to the Channel 3 app. Valentine's Day is about 3 days away now, but with the new COVID-19 variants spreading, well, the risk still remains high. The Centers for Disease Control has outlined some recommendations to keep you and your loved ones safe this holiday. So if you're celebrating in person, only gather with people you live with, so those in your household. If you do not live with the person you plan on celebrating with, then outside activities such as taking a walk and, of course, keeping a safe distance and mask wearing are the safest options for you. And if you have already been fully vaccinated against COVID-19, listen to this. You may be exempt from quarantine recommendations. The CDC says as long as you are vaccinated, you do not need to quarantine if you are exposed to someone who is infected. This only applies to you if you have received both of those vaccine doses of the Pfizer or the Moderna vaccine. The CDC is also warning immunity can wear off, and 3 months post-vaccination, people should monitor for symptoms and possibly quarantine. Right now, there are about 10.5 million people who are fully vaccinated. As more contagious variants make their way across the country, the CDC is officially recommending double masking to help prevent the spread. A new study just released shows that it's more than 95% effective in improving protection. How you should be wearing your mask was also updated. So a properly worn mask should be form-fitting and held tight to your face. And they're recommending a surgical mask and then a cloth mask over that. Larry Flynt, who developed Hustler magazine, has died at his home in Los Angeles. This happened yesterday. Flynt was paralyzed when he was shot back in 1978 and became an advocate for the First Amendment. A movie on his life called The People vs. Larry Flynt was released in 1996. Flynt was 78 years old. Thank you so much for tuning into Eyewitness News this morning. Remember, you can get news and weather updates anytime on that Channel 3 app. And you're definitely going to want to keep it handy today to check out the traffic before you leave the house. Take it easy out there. It's slick. Have a great day. Stay healthy, stay positive. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Thanks for watching Channel 3 Eyewitness News. Watch us live wherever you are on our mobile, on our streaming news app. And you can also watch us on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV.